Hello, I'm Gary, and this is Physical Format Rock and Roll. Thank you for joining me. This is another episode of Vinyl Finds. Except for one. So, got some bargains in this one. And I have to start out by showing this, which is the Rolling Stones Now. This would be their third album from 1965. And this was given to me by my good friend Jeff Witcher. Visited him recently, and he had an extra copy of this, and he was nice enough to give me this one. So thank you very much. And he also gave me some beer he thought I might like. And he's right. I do like it. This one is, a lot of covers, few originals. It's got a cover of Little Red Rooster, but it also has an original in Heart of Stone. Please check out Jeff's series that he's doing right now on the Rolling Stones. Great job. This is one of the ones I'll let him talk about. He reviewed that album. He's reviewing them all, and it's fantastic. Now, as far as new ones, this would be the Cage EP from Billy Idol, released this year. Finally got this. This is a 4-song EP. He put out one last year, and he put out one this year. This is what it looks like. This is on like a red vinyl. Yeah, some kind of thing there. It's got the 4 songs, the same 4 songs on both sides, in case you get confused. It's terrific. I love it. Sounds great. This is another great job by Billy and Steve Stevens. It's a fantastic album. Decent price. I love it. Next up, now we're starting the used ones. Excuse me. The Kinks, One for the Road. This is a double live album released in 1980. So it would be off of their low budget tour. This is a pretty ragged album. A lot of the stuff is kind of sped up. The Kinks were a little more hard rocking or kind of punky at times on this one. And I know the casing doesn't look that good, the jacket, but the vinyl's in really good shape. Definitely worth, I feel like this was a bargain. I got a good deal on this one, and I'm happy. I love the Kinks. I love the Kinks around this time period. Not every version on here is my favorite version of the song, but some of them are great. So, Dave Davis, the Kinks. One for the Road. Next up, I've got Moontan by Golden Earring. This is from 1973. This is a 1974 pressing. And this, of course, has the hit Radar Love. But you can see that that's in pretty darn good shape right there. This, believe it or not, I didn't realize this, but this is like their 9th studio album. They have been around longer than I thought. They started releasing albums like in 1965. So this was way down the road. Of course, we all know the song Radar Love. Fantastic song, but this is a great album. And Golden Earring, Moontan, another bargain. If you see it, pick it up. Now, these next couple are definitely influenced. I totally got these because of Aaron Mutha Alamere. I thought I had this album before, but I got the wrong thing. But I found it this time. Now, this is Wheatfield Soul by the Guess Who. Aaron has talked about how this is one of his favorite albums. This is actually really old. This is from 1969, and I think it's their 3rd or 4th album. Now, I got that, and I'll just go ahead and show the next one. And a Burton Cummings solo album, which this is either his 1st or 2nd solo album. I am not sure off the top of my head. But I have another Burton Cummings solo album, and I really like it. It's pretty good. So I haven't listened to this one yet. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, this is the one that has that hit Stand Tall. We all know that hit. Now, both these records, I will say, when I looked at them, they are not in the best of shape. But let's just say where I got him at Gromy's, he gave me a fantastic, fantastic deal that basically said, hey, you know, if they don't play, you're not out anything. Now, I have played this one. It does play. You know, obviously, it's got a little crackle and pop on it. But, wow, this is definitely a different album for the Guess Who. Starts out with These Eyes, which we know that. But from that point, it goes all over the place. I was very surprised. At times, it sounds very much like the Beatles, and at times, it sounds like the Doors. So this is definitely a very interesting album I will be listening to. Wheatfield Soul by the Guess Who. Who would have thought it? Next, this has got to be, man, maybe one of the best bargains of this bunch, because I got this thing for $1. And this is from 1973. How do you say it? Razamanaz by Nazareth. This is like their third album. This was produced by Roger Glover. Now, I know that doesn't look great. It's got that stupid little sticker on there and stuff. But, you know, check out this vinyl on A&M Records. It is in great shape. Now, the reason I say it's a bargain is because this album is fantastic. You guys probably see this out there a lot of times and just maybe pass it up. But man, this thing rocks. This is a great album. If you see this out there for a couple bucks and you don't already own it, I know a lot of you already own this and you're saying, dude, we know that's a great album. If you don't own it, pick it up, seek it out. Definitely a good rocking album. Man, I was listening to this the other day, cranking it. And I'm like, holy crap, how did I not own this album before? It is fantastic. I love this album. It is great. What a bargain. Next up, from, I think this is Chris Profy, my buddy Chris's favorite Monkees album. The Monkees present. Now, I had this on cassette, but I finally found a good copy on vinyl. Mine is on Rhino, so it's a repress. But as you can see, that's in great shape. Has one of my all-time favorite Monkees songs on here. Listen to the Band by Michael Nesmith. This, of course, is the album, the second album, I think, that they made without Peter Tork. And I'm pretty sure this might be the last one that they did with Michael Nesmith. Good album, all over the place. You know, like the Monkees were around this time, and that's why it's great. I love the Monkees. Very happy to find this on vinyl. Present, I don't know. Here's another one. Kind of makes me think of my buddy Chris. I love the Bengals. He always talks about Susanna Hoffs. I think he's got a big crush on her. Who didn't? This is just the extended version of Hazy Shade of Winter. I love their remake on that. This is from the Less Than Zero soundtrack. I hadn't seen this before. So, I mean, I have the song on a greatest hits, but to find it like this, it's got a Rick Rubin remix. It's got 4 different versions of it, but it's just, this was cheap. It was just cool to have. I love the cover, love the Bengals, and love that song. They even have the Purple Haze mix of Hazy Shade of Winter. One of my favorite songs that they do, even though it's a remake. Next up, kind of trying to buy a few albums by these guys. That is the Moody Blues. This is Long Distance Voyager from 1981. And I don't know if you can see through that. Vinyl's in fantastic shape, actually. Once again, this was only a few bucks. And I never really have been into the Moody Blues, but some of my friends are into it and they talk about it. So I'm kind of warming up to them. They're a little bit different than I thought. And as you can see, that vinyl is in fantastic shape. I listened to this, I can't say like I was like in awe of it, but it was pretty good. And it's one of those albums I can tell I'll like more as I listen to it, which seems to be the way with the other Moody Blues albums that I have. So to find a really great copy of that, cool. My last one that I will show you is this gem. This is Live Dates by Wishbone Ash. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, hey, I think I see that thing out there. Well, you probably do. This one, though, You know, a lot of times I find it beat up, but this one is in pretty good shape. This is on MCA Records. This is a double record set. And what this is a live album that was released in 1973. So it would have like songs from their first 4 albums, including Argus, right? Old Goat. Argus is probably the best album. So they've got live songs from that and their other ones, the other 3 besides that one. So it's a great one to have. A lot of great guitar work in there, as Wishbone Ash is known for it. And I think that they're going to do a tour this upcoming year. I don't know if this is true or not, but like where they're playing that album, that double album in its entirety. I don't know, but that would be very cool to see. So anyway, hey, those are my vinyl finds. And thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I hope everybody's having a happy holiday season. It means a lot to me, everybody that watches and makes comments, because I have a great time doing it. Vinyl finds are still some of my favorite episodes to watch of other people, so I hope that there's people that enjoy watching mine. Until the next time, my friends, I'm Gary. This is Physical Format Rock and Roll, and I will see you down the road.